Welcome to another video blog. Let's get down to business. I got a question that I think it's very important that I should revisit and to make a video out of it. You know, I talk about freeing your identity, right? Having a better, more expansive, inclusive, boundless, limitless identity. To not be a slave over your small identity. Meaning, I am only the image consultant when I want to do so many other things. Maybe I'm good at other things. So if I was that idea, if I bought that idea, maybe I wouldn't have any tattoos on my hand, right? Because I'm supposed to be professional and with a suit and this and that. So somebody asked me, okay, so I hear you. You know, I understand that, we can become slaves over our identities. But how can you cope with two opposite ideas? How can you bring them together? You know, how can you be a realtor and a basketballer? Something like that. And it only takes watching nature. I always say most of the wisdom that I've learned comes from wisdom, from Mother Earth. She's teaching us all the time. You just have to shut up. Silence will give you the answers that are always there, right? But in nature, that's when you hear more of the answers that you're looking for. It's filled with wisdom. And you only have to watch nature because let's picture a tree, all right? A tree in California, sequoia, for example. A tree in California is different than a tree in Hawaii. A tree in Hawaii might be different from a tree in Mexico City. A tree in Mexico City might be a little bit different than a tree in Mongolia. And a tree in Mongolia might be a little bit different than a tree in Germany or United Kingdom. You get the point. There are different families of trees. However, the tree is a tree, correct? A tree is a tree. And I'm just talking about a tree, but it could be so many different things that we all have around the world. Nature has around the world, but different families of it. Not only that, also another example, the change of the seasons within the world, within Earth. It's still the same Earth. It's still the same motherfucking Earth, but it shifts and it goes through seasons, right? Now we are at fall, autumn. Then it'll be winter, and then it recycles itself, right? So, I don't know why you think that you're the only one, that you're supposed to be stagnant, not fluid, adapting, changing, transforming. A person should embrace change because it happens inevitably. Whether you invite it or not, whether you want it or not, change happens. Now, another thing that I could talk about also, which is an ancient teaching, an ancient value, an ancient way of understanding the world and the cosmos, that all native cultures had the same understanding, which is Ometeotl. You can call it, here with my ancestors, we call it Ometeotl, which is the divine dual force, the duality that creates everything. You can call it yin and yang. You can call it Shiva Shakti, feminine, masculine, good, bad, black and white, whatever you wish to call it. But every native culture, ancient wise cultures, they had an understanding over these dualities. And it is because of these dualities that you and I exist. Otherwise, without a mom, without a father, you would not have existed, right? Without the feminine and the masculine. So we are the embodiment of opposites coexisting in a beautiful, balanced, imperfect, yet harmonious way. So how can you cope with the idea that I'm the image consultant, but I'm also the spiritual mentor? How can you be both of them? Well, you have to be free, all right? Maybe in your mind, your old mindset, you cannot see it. Why? Because it has not been done yet. So it is up to you to break that stereotype, to break that paradigm, to break that label and create a new one. Maybe in my own industry, there has not been a spiritual mentor that dresses with suits or that is into fashion. Maybe yes, maybe not, I don't know, maybe, right? Let's take it as an example. Maybe in the fashion or image consulting business, there has not been someone who's very deep into spirituality and shamanic healing and all these things. Maybe. So what, am I supposed to hear what you people think, what you guys are saying, and say, okay, yeah, you know what, I cannot be both of them, you're right, I have to choose one or the other? No. It is up to me to develop my own identity. It is up to me to develop my own self. I have an active role when it comes to that. And I can take the good things of both worlds and create a new one, which is exactly what the yin and the yang, the ometeotl, all this duality. Because a duality, it's two out of the same, right? It's a whole geometry, sacred geometry stuff. I will not get too deep into that. If you're interested, send me a message, or I don't know, we can talk about it. But I don't know if you can see it. It's a spiral. And through this spiral, the opposites or the dualities, they repel each other, but they also attract each other. So they are not the same, but they come from the same, which makes them attract. But because they're not the same, they repel. And together they create a spiral and create a force, create a third energy. So out of these two, positive, negative, masculine, feminine, together, combined, they create this energy, this spiral, and boom, they create a third one. So I would embody that within me. I will take the things of image consulting, I will take the things of spirituality, and I create a new one, a third one, my own version of it. We cannot be bound by the ideas and the opinions of how things should be of others, right? You have your own idea, you have your own opinion, you have your own thoughts and your own belief systems and your own values on how an image consultant should look like, or how a business person should look like, how a spiritual mentor should look like. Oh, you can't cuss and be spiritual. Shut the fuck up. Yes, you can. So these labels, I know for the most part they're archetypes. However, they also work as chains that bound you. So you must free up your own mind, all right, and watch nature. Nature is the embodiment of that, and you are part of nature, which makes you also the embodiment of opposites coexisting together. And it is up to you to unite them and create a new one. And if people don't understand it, that's fine. Maybe you are creating something new, which is why a lot of people won't understand it at first. Make them understand. Not by trying to convince them with words, but with everything. Your life should be the explanation. Your words, your actions, your avatar, your fashion, your style, your body language, everything about you should be an explanation of what's going on within you, right? You don't have to go outside of your own way just to be like, oh no, but listen to me. Actually, image consultant has to do with spirituality, because basically it's perception, and perception is... You don't have to do that. Do it with the way that you live, with your actions. Keep walking. Just watch nature and free your mind. Free your mind. God damn it, free your mind. Loosen the fuck up. Loosen up. The more loose you are, the more free you become. You're not overthinking, oh no, I can be this, I can be that. Yes, I can be all of them all at once, and I don't care, and I'm fine with it. And commit to it. Because then I could also talk about and argue that some people are so many different things that they're nothing, and they get loose, or they get lost in the process. They lose themselves in the process of, oh, I'm this, but I'm also that, but I'm also... No. That can also be a little bit unstable. So commit first to one, then to another one, then to another one, and then become your own version of yourself, the best version of yourself. Not what I say, not what others say, right? I think you get the point. Thank you for listening. Be the best version of yourself. Until the next one, Ometeotl.